Hello and welcome to the Raven Remastered. I have not played this before and I plan on playing it. I've only seen the first trailer for it and I thought it would be good to buy. So here we are. Let's get right into it. I have played the first minute of it, but I had to get going, so
You'll be thrilled, Miss Pendry.
The Raven's heir. Soon as one of them's caught, another one takes his place. Hey, Harold, have you read this? Harold? 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 You hear me? This is no time for fun and games.
Shh, calm down. I'm a copper. We're on the same side.
A copper? What are you doing here? And where's Harold?
Harold? Well, there's another guard back there unconscious. That's probably him. The Eye of the Sphinx. Where is it?
It's there.
Oh, good. Then he hasn't got it yet.
You mean the Raven's heir?
Shh, turn it off. He's gonna steal the eye.
But how do you know?
Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we catch him. Do you understand?
Yeah, but
Do you understand? You and me, mate. We'll be heroes. All right, now, we just have to...
what?
Halt! Stop! You're under arrest!
yikes. I really hope it ain't copyrighted music, to be honest. Is that the Raven?
Hands up!
Not for sure.
I don't have time to play. I'm on duty.
Haha, you're funny. But you don't look like a real cop. You don't even have a revolver.
What's your name, boy?
My name is Matthew Miller.
And where are you from, Matthew Miller?
From Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. But my mom and I live in England now. She's taking care of some rich old lady. We're on our way to Venice at the moment. We're taking a cruise on a big ship.
Impressive. You've already seen half the world. I've spent my entire life in Switzerland.
Must be really boring.
And what's with the gun? What do you need it for?
It's the Raven. He was gunned down, so now I need a pistol.
Dead birds don't need guns. Nor do live ones.
You don't know who the Raven is, do you? He's the greatest burglar ever. He stole paintings from the Louvre, and those priceless eggs with gold and diamonds and stuff. And Bobby Dobbs says he replaced the crown jewels with rhinestones.
I know who the Raven was. Although, I don't quite buy that bit about the crown jewels. You do know, these days there are thieves far more dangerous than your old Raven. 2 days ago, a precious ruby was stolen from the British Museum. There was an explosion. A guard was severely injured.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what the papers say?
You talk too much, Constable.
Zellner, monsieur. Anton Jakob Zellner.
Or did he pull a gun on you?
No, monsieur.
Get a move on.
Inspector Legrand, it's a great honor to work with a celebrity like you.
We appreciate the support of the Swiss police, but it'd be better if you'd remain seated and keep an eye on things.
I would like to know what's going on here.
But monsieur, surely I can be of assistance, somehow. I saw a safe being loaded.
We have everything under control. If you'll excuse me, I'll be in the first freight car at the back of the train for the rest of the trip.
I'm not here to enjoy the beautiful scenery. I am a good observer, and I have finally honed powers of deduction.
Thanks to that?
I watched the people on the platform in Zurich. I know, for example, that that man over there is a violinist.
That would be more impressive if there weren't a violin case next to him.
And I believe that the gentleman in the next carriage is a German doctor on his way to Italy to take up a new position.
And what gives you that idea?
There's the rod of Asclepius engraved on his cufflink. And he's carrying a German-Italian dictionary.
Maybe he's just taking a holiday in Italy, following in Goethe's footsteps.
Too much luggage. And no, he's not retiring to Italy either. The suitcases are too shabby for me to believe that he can afford to retire in his late 50s.
All right then, Constable...
Zellner.
Constable Zellner. If you're such a clever fellow, what am I doing on this train?
He's on holiday, he's searching for somebody, he's guarding something. Guarding?
I think you're guarding something.
Oh really? And what might it be?
Whatever is inside the safe?
I really couldn't say. But it must be very important.
Why is that?
Because you are very important. They wouldn't have assigned the case to you if it were just a trifle.
Let's assume that we really are transporting something very important on this train. And let's assume that it really is my job to see that it arrives safely. Then why isn't the train crawling with police?
Don't around attention, it's a trap. More men are unnecessary.
And you don't want to arouse attention.
Évident. But why not?
More men are unnecessary. I don't think
There
so,
are
but
enough
let's
police
do
on
it.
this train as it is. If there were more, they'd only get in each other's way.
I can assure you that I'd pack every seat in every carriage of this train with police, if it were a matter of deterrence.
You're saying you don't want to scare off potential thieves? Ah, you're laying a trap.
That would explain why it's just me, and not the army, n'est-ce pas? All the same, I can't comment on your speculation. Well, that is impressive, I admit. But the fewer people involved, the better. We'll get along fine without you.
You won't.
Won't? Pardonnez-moi.
I can help, and I will help. You're in my country, and I've been ordered to assist you. And that's exactly what I'll do, whether you like it or not.
Clever and stubborn. Your commitment speaks volumes, Zarna. But this is my show, and I don't need you. Bon voyage.
But how do you know?
Hey,
Oh, hello.
You cheated.
I did what?
I saw you talking to the German doctor on the platform. He told you everything himself, and you were just pretending to put two and two together.
And what of it? Do you know who that is? That's Inspector Nicholas Legrand. You have to impress him if you want to work with him.
I'm going to tell on you.
You'd really tell on me? To the very policeman who shot your dear Raven?
Whoa! It was him?
Mm-hmm. Hunted and killed Europe's most famous burglar. That's how he got his start.
I won't tell him a thing.
I wouldn't either. All right, Matthew. I have to do my work now.
Everyone calls me Matt. Well, except for my mom. She calls me Maddie, as if I were a little kid.
Whether Legrand wants my help or not, I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I can change his mind.
you want to learn about the game tutorial? I've already
All right.
did it.
Very kind of you. Thanks. Oh, pardon me.
No problem. The uniform is waterproof. Mr.
Lucian. Professor Edgar Lucian.
Oh, a professor. Are you a scientist? Do you teach at the Sorbonne?
No, I work at the British Museum in London.
You don't say.
Burglary at the museum. Destination of his trip. Seen anything suspicious?
So, you were, shall we say, an eyewitness to the burglary 2 days ago?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, no?
Well, there was a lot of commotion, but I didn't really pay much attention to it.
There was a break-in in your museum, and it didn't concern you?
Well, let's just say that nothing that's happened in the last 2,000 years concerns me.
Inspector the Garm. Destination of his trip. Seen anything suspicious?
Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Here? On the train? No. I can't say that I have. Although I did spend most of the time in my compartment.
May I ask where you are going?
Of course. To Venice. I'm going to meet some colleagues there.
Oh, Venice. A beautiful city, so I'm told.
Indeed. But I really have to take my leave now.
He's lying. Can't do
I
that.
don't want to take up any more of your valuable time, but you do understand, don't you, that what concerns me is the present, and especially the robbery at the museum.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's just, I'm in rather a hurry.
You'll get in touch if you notice anything unusual, won't you, Professor?
Of course, Constable. What's this?
What's the matter, sir?
The door. I can't open it.
Ah, we'll sort it out somehow. The compartment is locked.
But I didn't lock it. I don't even have a key. I asked the steward. He was going to bring me one, but he never came back.
Someone locked it.
Find the steward. He needs to bring me the key immediately.
Calm down, Professor. I'll see what I can do.
You don't understand. I have to get back in my compartment.
All right, just wait here.
So the professor is hiding something. Got it.
I don't believe it. I never thought I'd ever meet you.
Pardon me, but we'd prefer...
It's all right, Miss Miller. I'd like to speak to the inspector.
Unfortunately, just a constable, Lady Westmacott. I'm reading The Vicarage in the Mirror right now, for the 5th time at least.
That's nice, Constable...
Zellner. Anton Jakob Zellner.
This is my companion, Miss Miller.
A pleasure.
What is she doing here? Fellow passengers.
May I ask what you're doing here? Are you on holiday?
Holiday? Yes, so to speak. The first and last holiday of my life.
Madam?
I've been writing since I was a little girl. It became my job, and now I've stopped. So, this must be a holiday.
You quit writing? Impossible. I have all of your books. Your Detective Partout is my favorite character.
Then I have bad news for you. I killed the old wretch off years ago.
I don't understand.
I'd rather not discuss my work, Constable.
Oh, well, fine.
Where is she traveling to? Fellow passenger.
Are you traveling to Istanbul, Lady Westmacott?
No, we are on our way to Venice. From there, we will take a ship to Cairo. As you may know, I have a penchant for archaeology. I fund a few excavations in Egypt. I traveled to Egypt by ship as a young woman. And now I'm doing it again as an old woman.
I see. As a writer, you must be very observant. Am I right? I mean, you have to study the behavior of people around you to create the characters in your novels, don't you?
I solved the mystery of human nature a long time ago, Mr. Zellner. Since then, most people just bore me.
Really? I had the impression you were eyeing me suspiciously as I came in.
What do you want to know, Constable?
The violence. The archer. I don't even know that word, but I'm gonna go for it.
Did you notice the man who just walked into the next carriage with a cup of tea?
I did. He seemed nervous. He was waiting at the bar for the steward, and since the steward never appeared, he elected to help himself. He took 2 biscuits.
He seems pretty young, but he's already a professor at the British Museum.
Interesting. I'll have to talk to him later. Just out of courtesy, of course.
Of course.
The violence.
Did you notice the blonde man with the violin case?
I certainly did. He introduced himself and tried to make a good impression. People like him are drawn to wealth and fame, like moths to a flame.
But his charms failed on you.
I know him by name. David Kreutzer. He was a drain on my friend's purse.
Do you think he has a money problem?
People like him always have a money problem. No matter how much you give them, they always spend twice as much and complain that they have far too little.
Other passengers.
Did you notice anyone else? What about the doctor?
I notice that you've asked me about everyone Except for the inspector who went in the direction of the freight car a few minutes ago. Isn't that the Frenchman who made his name when he caught the Raven?
I wouldn't quite say caught.
Well, shot. Why don't you ask me about him and my theory about what he's doing here?
I don't think we should discuss Inspector Legrand's investigation in public.
Legrand, right. That was his name. Will he save the day again? Or will you, Constable?
As much as I'd like to keep talking, duty calls.
You were right.
Madam?
I did observe you as you came in. You seemed so eager.
It's been a long time since I've had a chance to prove myself, madam.
And this is it. Your chance.
I do hope so.
Then grab it. Even small people can make big changes, as my friend Ronald likes to say.
I shall do my best.
Alright. Three wine glasses. Look behind the bar.
I suppose the steward won't object to me having a look around in his absence. Perhaps he keeps the compartment keys in there. Locked.
Oops. I'm gonna get out of there. Who's this?
Mr.
Zellner.
Right. How can I help you?
Anything suspicious? Robbery in London? Conductor?
Any news about the robbery in London?
Quite something, wasn't it? It must have been professionals. The way they disabled one of the best security systems in the world. Most impressive.
People were injured.
Well, one cannot execute a robbery of that scale without collateral damage. It seems like the Raven has finally found a worthy successor. We can look forward to new and spectacular coups.
I'm afraid I won't enjoy his exploits this time around if the new Raven is so reckless.
That's your prerogative.
Anything suspicious?
Tell me, did you notice anything suspicious here on the train or in Zurich?
You mean, except for the fact that my suitcase was stolen on the platform? No. Is there any reason to be concerned?
No, just routine.
Constable Zellner, please don't think I'm naive. I spotted the inspector from Interpol. Legarde is his name, if I recall correctly.
Legrand.
If you say so. At the train station in Zurich, he put a cash box into the safe, and then kept close watch as it was loaded onto the train. Don't tell me that a man at his pay grade routinely tramps across the Alps just to keep an eye on cash boxes.
A cash box? Like the ones you'd find in safe deposit boxes?
Precisely. And I believe we both have a good idea just what's inside.
The cash box.
I do indeed have a theory, but what's yours?
A ruby was stolen in London. One of the legendary Eyes of the Sphinx. The second jewel, an emerald, is rumored to be in a Swiss bank vault, if I remember correctly. Both jewels were supposed to be exhibited together in Cairo for the first time in 50 years. It does make one wonder.
Indeed.
Newspaper.
There's something else. Do you know where the conductor is?
I'd like to know that myself. I told him to search for my missing suitcase in Zurich. He hasn't got back to me yet. He's probably in cahoots with the thieves, and didn't bother getting back on the train. If we don't crack down on vermin like them, the rabble will rule the world one day.
Well, at the moment, we still don't know what really happened.
He is not here doing his job. That's bad enough.
Yeah.
The newspaper caught my eye. May I borrow it for a second?
You can take the section with the article on the burglary. You're interested in that bit.
aren't you?
You caught me out.
Here you go.
Dankeschön. Auf Wiedersehen, Dr. Gebhardt.
Goodbye, Constable. It was a pleasant chat, really.
Alright. Can we go back there? Go outside. Oh, wait.
I strongly suspect that the door is locked.
Dang.
No, it's open.
Oh. Okay.
Hello? Wow.
Don't move a muscle, you feathered fiend.
Put the gun down, Robert. If I may introduce Constable Robert Oliver from the yard. This is the revered Constable Zellner of the Swiss police, who obviously couldn't control his curiosity.
Trap. Personal investigations.
I hope you'll acknowledge that I, as a Swiss policeman, can undertake investigations in my own country.
Are we still in Switzerland?
I could be your eyes on the train as long as you're here in the freight car.
Oh, really?
Then I was right. You really do want to lure someone into a trap.
That's none of your business.
Perhaps that someone recently struck in London.
And how would I bait my trap then?
With an eye? An eye on its way from Zurich to Cairo.
Someone has done his homework. Well done, Constable.
The Raven Air.
What do you know of this Raven's heir?
He tried to blow me up.
Robert, we don't know who we're dealing with yet.
In any event, the new Raven is a more dangerous man than the old one.
How do you know it's a man? It could just as easily be a woman.
Or several men.
And anyway, how do you know that it's a new Raven?
Monsieur?
Never mind.
There is a certain Professor Lucien on the train. He's an archaeologist from London.
And what's his story?
Well, it seems someone locked him out of his compartment.
Locked him out?
Well, yes. The door is locked and he's standing outside without a key.
Was it locked from inside?
It may have been. Do you think the locked door could be important?
Professor Lucien plays an important role in this story. Well then, Constable Zellner, be my eyes and ears on the train and see that Professor Lucien gets back into his compartment. Report back to me when you're through.
My pleasure, monsieur. I go attend to the door now.
Good. And, Constable Zellner?
Yes?
Don't bother us unless you have something new to report.
Of course. A thief might get anxious if there's too much activity in the freight car.
Exactement. Knock twice. Then we'll know that it's you.
Understood. An investigation on behalf of Legrand that takes me one step closer. If I can convince him of my competence, I might even be able to see this case through to the end.
Alright. Maybe I can get back here. Try to find the
The steward probably uses the scissors on hard-to-open packages. These days, nearly everything is sealed up tight. A colleague recently told me about dry powdered soup in small bags. I couldn't believe it. The pad on which the steward writes orders, empty. Maybe he didn't use it because there's not much to do today. I need a bit of wire or something like that to pick the lock.
wallet, newspaper, pills. What's in the wallet?
A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these things have become in the last 10 years. Butterscotch. I've loved them since I was a child. Their only drawback, they don't play nice with false teeth.
Alright, let's head back here.
And he, of all people, isn't bothered by a robbery in his own museum? Professor Lucien?
Yes? Do you have the key?
Actually, I wanted...
Please. I have to go back to my compartment.
You can easily lock the compartment door from inside by turning a little knob.
But I didn't lock it.
Professor, if you had locked the door from in there, you wouldn't be out here.
That's true.
Alright, let's head back here.
Should I ask for an autograph? That will be quite unprofessional. But on the other hand...
Maybe try to talk to
The
him.
violinist is a good-looking fellow. And he's traveling through the most beautiful mountain landscape of the world. One can only hope that his violin is better tuned than he. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Are you traveling to Istanbul non-stop?
No. I'll transfer in Venice to a ship. I'm on my way to Cairo.
Cairo?
I'm performing at the reception in the Egyptian Museum there.
Unusual.
I'm sure your recital will be a great success. But tell me, did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Anything unusual?
Persons acting suspiciously, for instance.
For heaven's sake, is there cause for concern?
Everything is in order, sir. We Swiss are just very cautious people.
I understand. No, I didn't notice anything.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Try to go back here then.
This is the first car. The coal tender should be directly beyond this door, and in front of it, the engine.
Alright. Ah, dang. Let's right.
First, I better see about getting the door open. Doesn't seem like I'll get anything out of him as long as the door is still locked.
Guess it has to be back here somewhere.
I need a bit of wire or something like that to pick the lock. I need a bit of wire or something like...
Wire, okay.
I don't need the pad. I'll leave the scissors here.
Maybe it would be back in the back. Let's try to
I'd
ask.
better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions. Inspector Legrand was quite clear. I'm only to enter the freight car if there's news to report. A box with a padlock. I suppose it contains tools for the train's crew, maybe for coupling and uncoupling the cars. At any rate, it's positioned so that it's easier to reach from the ground than from up here.
So a key. I know it
I'll
won't,
leave
but
the scissors here. I need a bit of wire or something.
let's turn it off. Turn it off. Okay.
Maybe if I just suck it.
Where would a key be? about in there.
I'd better let him Mrs. Miller made a good impression, but she does seem a little nervous and tense. I imagine she has her work cut out for her with Matt, and a difficult boss from what they say. An extraordinary woman. Talented, intellectual, extremely rich, and the most successful writer of all time. Yet, they say she can be difficult on occasion, and that she's rather unhappy.
Going to the next part. Butterscotch. Detective story. Let's try to ask her.
Lady Westmacott.
Yes?
I was wondering if you might...
Sign your book, Constable Zellner?
If it isn't too much of an inconvenience.
Of course it's an inconvenience, but only a small one. You are welcome.
Thank you so very much. Let's see if there's any news. Blah, 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 blah. Eye of the Sphinx. One of two priceless jewels. Extraordinary pure ruby. 2000 BC, etc., etc. Old news. And here, shocking burglary. Professional thieves surprised by museum guard Charles Langley and Constable Robert Oliver of Scotland Yard. Explosion, Constable Robert Oliver from Scotland Yard. He was there when the first eye was stolen. Now he's guarding the second one.
Going to the next part.
First, I better see about getting the door open, and then have another talk with the professor. It doesn't seem like I'll get anything out of him as long as the door is still locked. There could be many reasons for the violinist's shaking hand. Strained nerves, an illness. My money's on alcohol. It wouldn't be the first musician who ruined his career that way.
Hey. What if I... give a wallet to him?
I don't know what more to ask. He hasn't noticed anything suspicious. I bought it last week at a flea market. I like it because it tells a story. I suppose the previous owner bought himself a newer one. This one still works just fine, though. Pills for my heart. I'm supposed to take one if I have trouble. My daughter insisted that I take them with me. She was strongly against this little adventure, but I wasn't about to change my mind. For brave Constable Anton Jakob Zellner, whose time shall surely come. Clarissa Westmacott, DBE. Stuart's pencil. Probably one of the most traveled pencils in the world. I won't need any just now. It would be rather embarrassing if I met Legrand and wasn't able to open my mouth because it's been stuck shut, or because I lost some teeth.
Alright, done that.
Sure.
What to do then?
Unfortunately, The train covers a distance of more than 3,000 kilometers and stops at a dozen places. In many cities, they entertain the travelers with local specialities and culture and adventure, especially in southeastern Europe.
Dang, I can't go out the door. What can I do? Dang. Oh, what if we use a pen on this? No? What if we... Hey, no. What can we do?
Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
The boy notice anything?
Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I was totally focused on my work.
She's always got an awful lot to do, my Mary.
You have to tell me if that's not all right with you.
Good Lord, child. Knit as much as you want.
So, nothing out of the ordinary.
No, Constable.
The little boy, Matt, he's your son?
Oh, yes. Has he done something?
No, I've already met him. Clever little fellow.
We always call him Professor because he's so precocious. If only someone could just drive the mischief out of him.
Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
What to do? What to do?
I'd better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions.
Can we use the pencil on that thing outside the toolbox?
When I scratch the pencil's lead with the scissors, I get fine graphite powder. I won't get a Nobel Prize for the idea, but graphite powder will bring out fingerprints at a pinch.
Okay, wait.
This is the steward's own little kingdom. But as long as he's not around, he won't be upset if I take a look. I scraped a small amount of graphite off the pencil lead. The powder is very fine, practically dust. I scraped a small...
Oh, no. I already know that. Can't do that. What about that? No. Interesting. Can I do that? No. Okay. Let's try. Okay.
Who'd have thought?
Ah, crap. Accidentally skipped it.
Oh, Constable?
Yes, Mom.
My son didn't make any trouble for you, I hope. It's just that he just walked past us, silent and seething. That's usually a sign that someone's laid down the law.
I'm afraid so. He played a trick on me, a rather dangerous one. The lad left me no choice but to take away his wooden pistol as a punishment.
I understand. And thank you Maddie is a very lively child. Sometimes he needs a strong fatherly hand.
Where is Matt's father, if I may ask?
He's gone.
Ah, I understand.
Could you, leave Maddie's pistol here, perhaps? So you don't have to bother with it?
Of course. I told him he wouldn't get it back until Venice.
Very well. Thank you again, Constable.
The steward must have forgotten the toothpicks. Normally he would offer them discreetly after dinner.
I'll take it.
This is the steward's own little kingdom. But as long as he's not around, he won't be upset if I take a look.
Huh. Oops. Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm gonna try to go out back and unlock it.
The box is secured with a padlock. I won't be able to open it without a key.
Don't need a key. Hopefully. Can I use it?
The box is secured with a padlock.
Alright.
Perhaps a thoughtful conductor noticed that Professor Lucien wasn't in his compartment and locked it.
Use this on this. Acceptable.
I don't believe that...
Awesome.
It's no use. The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it.
Dang. What can I use the toothpick for? Can I mix it with this? Nope. Okay. Let's try back here. Maybe ask him some questions.
Hello, Matt. Oh, come on. Are you going to be angry with me for the rest of the trip?
Until I get my pistol back.
I gave it to your mother.
Oh man, couldn't you have just raked me over the coals?
Would you have learned anything from that?
I didn't learn anything from this either.
Dang. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, wait. Ah.
think it's uncomfortable for her when I talk to her in front of Lady Westmacott. She seems to take it as an inappropriate distraction from her work, although she's just knitting. Taking up a craft like that is typical of women who were told as little girls that idleness is a sin. I'd better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions.
No, no, no. Huh. Butterscotch. Could this make him happy? Maybe help us?
Would you like a butterscotch?
You think you can bribe me?
I have no reason to. You made trouble and got punished for it. Take it as a peace offering.
Just 4?
If I'm faster than you, there'll only be 3.
Hey!
Friends again?
Mm-hmm.
All right then. And no dangerous nonsense anymore.
Okay.
Your mother is Lady Westmacott's companion, correct?
Yeah, but it's not like you think. At first I thought, boy, you must be really wicked if you need to pay for friends. But the lady's really okay. A bit odd and really old. But other than that, she's great. She likes me.
The lady has peculiar taste.
Hey!
Where does he live? His father, the voice plan?
How old are you, Matt?
In 8 months, I'll be 9 years old.
And do you already know what you want to be when you grow up? A burglar?
No, we'll see. Maybe an actor.
Really? Well, I don't know. You need a lot of talent for that. I'm an actor in a theater group, you know?
You are?
Oh, yes. And I'm one of the best in our group, if I may say so. I get really deep into my roles, you know? I don't just talk like the character. I think like him. I become him. It's the only way to... Matt, are you okay?
I think you just have to be good at copying things to be an actor.
That wasn't bad. Disturbing, but not bad. Tell me, have you seen the steward anywhere?
No. He was walking around a little while ago, though.
Hopefully they didn't forget him in Zurich.
What's he supposed to do?
I'm looking for a key to open a compartment door.
Did you check his things behind the counter?
I'm sure the drawers will be locked.
Can't you break it open? Or pick the lock like the Raven?
Perhaps. But I'd need a piece of wire or something like that.
Ask my mom. She has a lot of hairpins. She doesn't like the wind messing up her hair.
Thanks for the tip.
Alright.
So long.
So longer.
Let's head over there then.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
Please excuse my unusual request, but Matt said you have some hairpins. Could I borrow one?
One of my hairpins?
It's a long story. It would be a big help.
Well, if you really need one.
Go ahead, Mary. The constable won't do it any harm. Will you, Mr. Zellner?
Of course not, madam.
Is this one okay?
It'll do nicely, madam. How very kind of you. Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Sweet. Now we can get into there, get the key, get into...
I need a bit of wire or something like that to pick the lock.
Wire?
And suddenly, it's me who's the thief on the train. Whoops. That was easier than expected. Batteries, a toothbrush, shaving brush, but not the key to the compartment door. Just this one. Too small for the door, but it might still be useful.
Alright. Probably the one outside.
That's it. There we go. This should help.
Nice.
The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it, but it should work with the pliers from the toolbox. I bet I could really get a grip on the bolt with these.
Well, come on then, hurry up.
Hello?
I barely left the
But-
window ajar.
Nothing to see.
Oh, crap.
Ah,
Are you okay?
yes, fine.
Locked door, look
I'd
around.
like to have a look around the compartment.
Oh, of course.
No, nothing interesting. Wow, you have a very nice fountain pen. Pricey.
If you'd managed to decode hieroglyphics that boggled the best minds of the last 3,000 years, you'd have received a gift like that as well.
The Bible, Grimm's fairy tales, Moby Dick, and gin, whiskey, and rum. All classics. I really wonder what the professor is hiding from me, but I can't just rifle through the luggage of innocent citizens. This is the 60s.
Leave the car. Nope.
Professor Lucien?
Yes?
Do you have any idea why the door was locked?
I don't know. Maybe the constant vibrations caused the lock to lock itself.
You can't possibly believe that.
Well, then what's your theory?
The conductor could have locked it from the outside. On the other hand, it could have been someone here in the compartment who locked the door from the inside.
Who? And where have they gone?
They could have climbed out there.
Who would be that insane?
You tell me, Professor.
Let's try this.
So, what are you hiding in your bag? What do you have that would be worth stealing?
No, Nothing.
No valuables?
Certainly not. Not on my salary.
It was enough for a first-class compartment on a luxury train.
That's my business.
You're playing a dangerous game, Professor Lucien. Oh, nothing.
Well, good.
Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye.
Let's probably go back here.
Pardon me, sir.
We could have used you a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
Yes.
I got Professor Lucien into his compartment using a pair of pliers.
Did you notice anything inside the compartment?
The window was open. Someone could have climbed out.
And the professor?
Acted suspiciously. He rummaged around in his leather bag.
And?
He seemed to have found what he was searching for.
Good. Good work.
Now, perhaps you could give me some information.
Alright. What information?
Alright. We should...
What? The light's gone out.
Flashlights!
The Raven. Has to be.
Ah! Get off me!
I thought for a second they were about to be passed out.
There, sir. An envelope.
Gotta be the Raven.
My dear Nico, you should take a closer look at the box. R.
What the dickens?
Yeah. It's the Raven.
It's a...
Away with it! Take cover!
Dang!
Oh dear. Oh. Is everyone all right? Are you hurt? Quick thinking. Well done, Zellner.
New picture unlocked. Nice.
I think the tunnel collapsed.
Then he's trapped. Hurry, we have to lock the second exit.
Sir, there's a fire up ahead. The engine's burning.
It's a distraction. Hurry, block the exit.
But sir...
The fire will consume all the oxygen.
He's right, Inspector. A fire in a narrow tunnel is extremely dangerous.
Sure.
Merde. Go to the front of the train, find the engineer, and tell him to move the train out of the tunnel.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You have to uncouple the freight car. You understand?
I understand.
I'll see to the passengers. They should all wait in the tunnel. We'll check each one in turn as they go out.
Let's get to it.
Alright.
The inspector's trap failed. Worse than that, he turned the tables. To win a game of cat and mouse, you have to know who is the cat and who is the mouse. A lot was damaged by the sudden stop, but the ball was thick enough to survive the fall.
Dang. One's not busted.
did not mean to scare you.
What does he want here? Did he see something? What about the past?
What are you doing here, Doctor?
Legrand asked me to check whether there are any passengers left on the train.
Really? No one is here, except for me and you.
Excellent. Then I will continue searching at the front.
Did anyone act suspiciously before the explosion? Did anyone leave their seat, for example?
I was the only one on the train who wasn't seated when the freight car exploded. Thank God. Otherwise, I would have been caught by the blast as well.
You certainly were lucky.
Perhaps I was. What happened over there? The inspector said something about gas canisters that exploded.
Boy.
The investigations are ongoing, but first we have to get the burning train out of the tunnel.
Oh, of course.
What about the past? Finish the...
Continue to search the train. I'll decouple the buried freight car.
All right.
Doctor? Can you give me a few matches?
Oh, certainly.
Thanks. I'll meet you outside.
Do hurry.
Alright. I'll try.
I should concentrate on uncoupling the freight car. I'm positive that Legrand has it.
Oh, shoot. What did...
I should concentrate on uncoupling the freight car. I'm positive that Legrand has everything else under control.
Okay. I gotta go all the way back there. Oh no. Okay, good. It's kinda dark.
I'm sure I could uncouple the car if I only had enough light to see what I'm doing.
Ah, no.
There's a noticeable draft here. Maybe it's because of the fire, or perhaps there's still a hole through which the air is coming. The latter will be quite welcome. It will buy us some more time.
Okay. And I'll try one more time.
But I can't do more.
Climb off the train. How did I get up? Then? Alright, I got another idea. If it would work. I hope it will. No? Okay.
My God, what a fire. I hope Constable Oliver can at least reach the engine.
Before we go out, we should light it in there. And then walk out. Oh no. Dang.
I can feel cold metal and a screw thread, and a lot of grease, but I can't do more without light. But I can't.
Wait, let's go back up.
But I can't.
It won't let me go back up. There we go. No, no, no. Dang. That sucks. Uh, here, about this, this, this.
Carling Black Label, a British beer. There's a pretty intense draft here. The fire is sucking up the oxygen.
What did I do?
The other passengers escaped from the train. I can see their silhouettes in the light of the fire. If I don't hurry up and uncouple the freight car, they'll suffocate.
I don't know what to do. Crap. It's like this match. Maybe
I shouldn't be wasteful. One burning match should be enough.
maybe
I bought it last week, second hand. I liked it because it seems to... It was...
gosh darn it. Take the burning match. Like that. No. Oh wait, here we go. I don't want to go outside. What can I light up that's in here?
Pills for my heart. I'm supposed to take one if I have pain. I haven't needed them yet.
This. Aye, nice.
I don't see Legrand or all the same, the fire is getting bigger and I don't have much time.
Oh no, no, no. Think. Let's do this. This.
Even if I could set the fabric alight, how would I carry the fire? I noticed the extinguisher earlier. Doesn't match the decor. I suppose that the railway company had to comply with safety regulations at the cost of aesthetics. The chair either wanting to get off the train as quickly as possible after a sudden stop and a massive tremor. That's understandable. It'd be useless against the fire out there, and it's too cumbersome to carry around. At best, I can use it here.
Nice. Here we go.
All right, let's go.
Let's pick it up. I'm gonna end this video here. I'll continue next time, but I hope you guys enjoyed. So don't forget, leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think of videos instead of streams. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.